Yes, people, welcome back to another client testimonial. I'm here with Ruan, one of the most successful guys I'm working with at the minute. He's absolutely smashing it and has seen amazing progress in, what would you say, like the last 2 months, pretty much.
Yeah, I would say 1 month on an offer, 1 month with you, 2 months with
Starting
you, but
out.
1 month on offer. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Within the last 2 months, he's seen amazing progress. And Ron, honestly, actually also has an amazing story to share with us, his background, all that type of stuff. So I'm really looking forward to this one. It's going to be a really productive one. And I think the people watching this will resonate a lot with his story, specifically the traders. There's so many people who get into the online side of things and start out trading. Ron obviously is actually a really good trader. He's had his ups and downs, but, does do very well in the trading space. So this is a great one for those, which is a lot of people I can imagine who come from a trading background to listen into and get a perspective on sort of alternative ways of making money online. But yeah, not I don't want to do too much talking. We can dive into it. With that said, Ron, you can just give a brief introduction of yourself, sort of your name, your age, what you were doing before Setter Syndicates, where you're from, all that good stuff.
Sweet. So yeah, I'm 24 right now. I'm from South Africa, Johannesburg to be specific, and I'm a full-time trader. And yeah, recently I've added setting, moving obviously into closing, but high ticket sales as a just another stream of income because we as traders we do have a lot of time and inconsistency is a problem we do struggle with trading. So that's why I just decided it's about time to get something else also cooking. Within the eventual plan to one day use that skill on my own offer possibly, or like yeah, just know how that side of things work if I do want to start my own offer. So that's the whole big plan. Um,
100%, like getting plugged into the back end of some big companies, learning the infrastructure, and maybe
yeah,
starting your own trading offer down the line.
yes, yeah, exactly, yeah.
Sick. Awesome, bro. Well, yeah, like we always start out with like three quick fire questions just to give like a brief overall insight, then we'll dive into sort of the backstory. I guess, firstly, though, what got you interested in appointment setting and remote work specifically?
So I was actually like this whole year I was busy with the trading and stuff, and it was a lot of ups and downs and inconsistency with tariffs and all that shit. So like closer to the end of the year, I've just been like trying to research other stuff that I can do that will give me the same freedom and time and location freedom, so that I can add something without giving up my freedom that I've worked for. So I actually just stumbled upon one of your videos. So I didn't really know about the high ticket sale. I knew there was something like that, but I didn't really know too much about it. And then I saw one of your videos on Instagram and it immediately resonated with me. Like it was just like bang smack on the head, exactly what I needed. So I went deeper into the rabbit hole, figuring out who you are, what you do, and then immediately tried booking a call. That was it. It was actually very fast
Yeah.
from yeah.
Yeah, it was super fast. So you didn't look into, well, we'll dive into this question actually later, but you didn't look into anything else prior to high ticket sales.
Um, let me think about it. Not really. I was actually thinking of maybe starting my own offer, and then like, and then I started thinking maybe I should do like um chatting or like what do you call it, that moderating for Discord, just some silly stuff that I seen online. Maybe I wanted to jump into AI, but that moved way too fucking fast for me. So to be honest, I was still like looking around and thinking about it, and then stumbled across you. Yeah.
Awesome, bro. And then, before we dive into sort of the backstory, what ultimately led you to finally make the decision and take action on working with us and joining Setter Syndicate?
Um. Firstly, you were South African, so that already like nailed the trust for me there. And then yeah, after like I really went deep to track down like where are your testimonies and stuff. So I went through to YouTube and I saw a few videos and I just thought, listen, this sounds literally exactly like what I want to do. So I just tried coming into contact with you, and yeah, everything just sounded good, bro. It was actually, like I said, it was in a matter of 3 days, and I was on
Yeah.
without really wanting to be on. It just made total sense, like since the get go.
Got
Yeah.
you. Sick, bro. So yeah, like with that said, then, take us back a little bit. What was life like before working with us, before getting into the high ticket sales space?
Well, dude. time was the one thing I had a lot of. So obviously the space is um, not time consuming, but it is like you need to put in a lot more effort than with trading. Like with trading, as soon as you are profitable, it's 2 hours a day, and the rest of the time you just sit with your hands in your pocket. So I had a lot of time, but I was also very bored and not stimulated enough. So that really got to me psychologically and mentally, just like not being able to do more to earn more. Because trading, it's not like that. You need to sit back, relax, wait for stuff to happen. And I'm not really that kind of guy. So it was fun for a while, but then I also got bored and I felt like I'm not doing anything. And then obviously with trading, make a lot of money 2 months, 3 months, and then you dip for 2, 3 months. So it's because of the inconsistency. I was just struggling to forecast what I can do in the next year, or what's going to be happening in the next 6 months. Like I can't really forecast my income, so I can't plan according to that. So that's my main like where I was at. I was enjoying what I did, but I just felt there's space and time to add a lot more to that.
A lot more. Okay,
Yeah.
so there's actually a side question that I don't have on the list of questions I normally ask, but I'm genuinely curious now. Has, taking on another sort of thing on the side and working a role, has that helped and improved your trading?
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, obviously with trading, like the profit will come. Like you can't really force trade. So it's not like my profitability increased, but the way I traded definitely got so much better because now I'm not forced to make any money. I don't have to make any money out of the market. So for me, it's now the type of trades I take, the way I trade is so much more consistent, disciplined. My psychology is on point because I do have money coming in. Like I do have a job that takes a lot of my focus. And then trading is just an income accelerator for me in that regard. So those 2 hours is fully focused on trading. But if I even lose, it's like, fuck, there's no time to think about how sad that is. You immediately jump into let's get some dials in, let's set some bookings and stuff like that. So yeah, no, it's definitely fun. I do enjoy that. Yeah.
Sick, bro. Good to hear. So, if anything, what were you struggling most with before, joining us?
In regards to like just life stuff or
Yeah, I know you kind of covered it. Would you say it was that sort of amount of free time you had on your hands?
yeah, definitely. Like I need to be busy. Otherwise I think about shit to do and then I cause cuck for myself. So um out of past experiences and like from where I came, I used to party a lot and like really get involved in some bad shit in that regard. So just being busy always helped me to stay on point and stay on track and stay aligned with myself and be disciplined.
Yeah.
And that freedom, yeah, that definitely made it difficult for me. So this was nice because I think, especially for South Africans that has a lot of work ethic, it's not easy to just sit around and do fuck all.
Yeah,
So no, it definitely helped with just keeping busy. That's the big thing
100%.
for me.
Sweet, bro. And if anything, did you try anything else prior to doing appointment setting? I know you mentioned a few things briefly at the start, and if you did, like, why didn't those work out?
So I did step into AI for like 2, 3 months, like trying to create an agency that creates agents for companies or like automations and stuff like that. But literally in those 2, 3 months that I did it, I went from not knowing anything and trying to figure this shit out and build these agents to Replit coming out or Gemini coming out, like all these other platforms coming out, creating agents better than I can do. So it was like it was way too fast. I couldn't even keep keep on like on it. So it
Yeah.
was I just like for me to actually make it in AI, you should have started 2 years ago. Like if you start now, you're almost already too late unless you do like fall into a right niche. But yeah, for me it was just too fast. Yeah.
Too fast. Okay, got you, bro. So then when it comes to like the turning point and getting into, say, appointment setting, what stood out to you amongst everything else you had seen about Setter Syndicates and the industry itself?
Numbers, so big numbers and scalability in terms of there's a lot of opportunity for growth in this space. Like you can start out as someone making $1,000 a month, which is also a lot. and then in a year you can make 25, $30,000 a month. And it's not like every year and there's a guy doing it. There's a shit ton of people doing it. So that really stood out for me, is like, okay, cool, this is actually a thing where input equals output, and the amount of input equals the amount of output, and you can make $20,000, not depending on the markets, not depending on anything else, just your work input. And that really stood out for me. And then yeah, also just like sales in general, I like communicating with people. I like the game of sales and like trying to
Yeah.
improve on how I can not manipulate, but like how I can make the process a little bit better and more effective. And also came from a little bit of a sales background, so it just like suited what I do and what I like.
Sick, bro. Awesome. And
Yeah.
if any, because if I'm trying to think back to our sales call we had like just before you joined, you didn't really have any objections. It was quite a nice call for me. I won't lie. But if any, like before the sales call even, or maybe during it, did you have any hesitations?
The only thing would have been price. Price would have been the only thing, and I think that was like the only thing we discussed really. Um, but obviously we could have made plan there. And then I would say, because I've been in the info space and I'm working on a trading offer as a mentor and a coach, I do know there's a lot of snakes out there. So that would have been a problem. But as soon as we jumped on the call, I saw, okay, no, this is smooth sailing. Then the big thing that stood out for me is the job opportunities. Like when you told me about that, I was sold, definitely, because I knew, okay, if I put in a lot of effort, I can land a job in 2, 3 weeks. So then I pay off everything is solid, and we just go, and that's exactly what happened. So that
Yeah.
was the that was the selling point. Totally, yeah.
Amazing. Awesome. Sweet. So there weren't really anything apart from maybe the snaky part. Price, obviously, we can always work around that and make a plan. Sick, bro. Awesome. So tell us sort of a bit more about your experience just starting out then with us. Not before you, I mean, like not when you landed a role, like the first one, two, I believe you landed a job in your like 3.5 week, 4 weeks in, something
Mhm.
like that.
Yeah,
How
yeah,
was the
yeah. On the
first,
fourth week, yeah.
yes, how was the first sort of 1 to 3.5 weeks with us? And what was your experience like during that week?
No, it was crazy,
Next
bro.
week.
It was there was a lot to do, and there was one thing I liked was exactly like there was a layout that you gave me in the sales call of like do this, 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 and this, and you land a job. And I was like, okay, well, this guy obviously did it a very like a lot of times, so I'm just gonna stick to that. And that was my main focus, was just doing this, this, and this to get this. And I did exactly that, and exactly the way you said it's gonna play out is how it played out. Like the compounding effect, every single thing on the point. And then the coaching calls were insane. Like that was really a lot of fun. Because the big thing for me that really helped me was the confidence you gave us, or like the confidence you gave me during the coaching. Like as soon as I went through all the coaching and all the classes and stuff and the coaching calls, I already felt qualified without ever being a setter. So I could step into interviews and step into this game with my chest up and being like, fuck, I
Yes.
can do this. I know I can do this. And if I can't, I'll figure it out and I can call you and you'll tell me how to do it. And that's exactly how it was the whole process. And also like every single question I had was answered on the day, on the hour. I could chat with you personally. I could chat with like anyone in there. So there was like consistent support the whole time. So it really fast tracked that whole process if you apply yourself. So no, it was a lot
Yeah.
of fun. It was high intensity, and I was not used to it because I was just like before that trading 2 hours a day, the rest of the day doing just what I want. So it was fun
Yes.
to finally be stimulated and like being in a fast-paced industry and just like go go go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's super important you bring that up, but that's awesome to hear. I appreciate that. And yeah, it's super good to hear that you mentioned it's super fast paced. And if you apply yourself is the two important things I think you mentioned there. So, like anyone who's watching this, if you're not someone that wants to apply themselves or isn't wanting to put effort in, I think with anything, people a lot of time get pulled into things that are a bit too good to be true. I think an unfortunate one is also trading. Like trading is
Mhm.
possibly, if not the best way to make money on the internet. The most freedom, the least time, and the most scalability. But it's obviously actually the hardest. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like it's
gosh. Yeah,
it's
it's the
by
hardest way to make easy money. Yeah.
yeah. Like trading from what I've experienced, and I've tried a couple business models, I'd say about five, is by far the hardest one I've tried is trading. But it's the best one, to be fair. So that's also very important. Like the thing with appointment setting isn't it a get rich quick scheme. Like people listening to this hearing, within 3.5 weeks, I landed a job. It's not like you did fuck all for 3.5 weeks and it just fell into your
No,
lap.
bro. Fucking
Like what I really
grafted.
enjoyed working with you is that you really applied yourself. You're always asking questions. You're on every single call, and you really did apply yourself. And I think that's important for the people to know because I don't want people coming in with false expectations either. Like you really did deserve it and put the work in required to get there. But awesome, bro. I appreciate that insight. With that said, then, fast tracking into, it's only been another month since you landed the role, more or less now. What has been your biggest win since working with us?
Um, Well, dude, I must say that first biff that I had, like first ever call booked, first ever painful, like that was like a shit. Okay, this stuff works. Like this is insane. And what was nice about it is obviously it was a mass interview, so we were like 200 people applied. Then we had 40 on the interview, and then we the last 20 then stayed on, and then we were like part of a coliseum, so everyone just fucking hit KPIs and try to outwork each other. So it was a very like ruthless time that week. And then at the end of that week, we were about like 10 or 12 left. And geez, bro, I was putting in a lot of time because the other guys had so much more experience than I did. All the only thing I had was effort and work ethic. So that was the only thing I banked on. And on that Friday, it was like there was 4 days left for this and then they decide. And on that Friday I booked my first call and then paid in full $12,000. So the guy paid everything in full, closed the deal, made $600 commission, and the closer then immediately came back to the group and said, hey guys, so there's only one spot left because Ruan took this spot. This was the best call he ever had. So that was my biggest win,
Amazing.
definitely by
Yeah,
yeah, by far. Because
I
then
was
I
gonna
basically sat on the sideline and I was like already accepted, $600 in the pocket. So no, it was great.
I was gonna say I think it's so crazy. I've got two things to add on that. Like I was gonna say I don't think your biggest win is the first pay in full. I think the biggest win is being the last man standing of 20.
Oh yes, yeah,
Being
yeah,
able to go
definitely.
into something with no prior experience and just putting the effort in, number one, goes to show that this industry doesn't actually necessarily require a lot of experience. It requires like inputs. So being able to,
Definitely.
start with a group of 20 and be the last man standing, I think is the fucking win. And then the
Yeah,
cherry on top,
definitely, bro.
obviously, the cherry on top, obviously, for those watching, PIF means pay in full. So Ruan got a $12,000 pay in full with his first sales call booked. And you know what's super crazy that you mentioned that? When I started working on my main offer, like when I was setting primarily for Club Closer for nearly 2 years, the first call I booked as well was also a pay in full. And I
Damn,
can
it's
tell you,
insane.
I swear it's always like that because I was one of the first two guys there. There was one guy before me. Then the next three guys that joined the team afterwards, every single first call they booked was a pay in full. So I don't
It's
know if it's
crazy,
like
dude.
I don't know if it's like a universe thing that, when you land a role and then you get your first call booked that it just somehow happens to be
Yeah.
a pay in
Must
full.
be like I think because that feeling definitely grabs you. Like after that, you're like, okay, shit, this works. Let me put even more effort into this. But
Yeah.
obviously, then your standards are yeah. So then you quickly like see, okay, cool. This is really doable. But yeah, on that note as well, I just want to tell everyone else there, like really, you'll see that this industry is full of guys that want to be there but not want to put in the work. And it's the one thing I really saw very quickly is if you just put 70% of your effort in, not even 100, you will make it so far in this game. It's actually
Yeah.
insane to see people don't put in effort and just quit. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it's great.
It's crazy. It's like even when it comes to the application process, people just half-ass that. Like you don't need to
Mm.
put 100% into the application. You can even put 50 and you'll still
Exactly,
stand
bro.
out. And
It's
you'll
crazy,
still,
and that's my big thing was like, okay, cool. I'm paying you, and you saying do this and this and this. But then there's so many people that doesn't do that. And I'm like, why are you then paying? Like, this guy has obviously been through this. He's telling you, put in effort, put in this, do that. And then if you do that, every single one that does that literally follows the exact plan you said it's going to happen. Like, I think most people that I know and that I'm friends with now through the community, all of them landed an offer in the first like month almost just by applying exactly what you said.
Yeah, 100%, bro. Sick. And like for the people out there, if you do want to disclose, we won't like necessarily disclose your commission rate, but how much cash have you collected for the company in your first 21 days there?
So I'm now on 43. So yeah, it's big. It's it's way bigger than I ever thought would be possible in the first month.
100%, bro. It's fucking crazy, honestly. We have a 50K cash collected reward as well, so we'll hopefully see Ruan hitting that in the next, what's
Yeah,
today? The
soon.
28th. In the next 3 days. We need one more close.
Yeah, we need one sale.
In one more sale. With that said, before we dive into sort of the last questions here, what is your goal though within this role? Where do you want to be in the next 3 to say 5 months, if that's even? Maybe it's not
I
even
would
shorter.
really, yeah, I would like to do at least 5K commission. I think that's definitely doable. And the one thing you told me and what I see now is like you start building a good flow of cash coming in every month. Like you start every month with installments. So it's really easy to get that 5K on this office. So that's my first goal. And then hopefully to learn enough here that I can transition into a closer on this role in the
Yes.
next 7, 8 months. That would be yeah, perfect.
That's what's really, really nice with that company. I do believe the closers in there were SDRs prior, right?
Yeah, yeah. Kiefer, he was a cold caller, right? He did like 400 dials a day, and now he's a sick ass closer, like really, really proper closer. Um,
Amazing.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a sick plan, bro. 100%. We'll be facilitating that growth hopefully as well. With that said, then, tell the people as well the top setter in your company, what did he make in his best month or last month?
Last month was 11K, bro, $11,000. So yeah, it's just big. That's also like when I saw that, I was like, okay, cool. These guys don't take no for answer. Like they work very hard, but it's getting rewarded. Like if you really put in the effort, that's where you can be. So that really is like the North Star for me. It's just like
Yeah,
seeing that and knowing, okay, cool. If I can just like land half of where he's landing, I'm reaching my goals easily. So yeah.
100%, bro. Sick. Well, look, the last couple questions here, with that said, how has, if in any way it has, your life changed over the past couple or the past 2 months?
Yeah, dude, it definitely did. I think the big change is gonna come over time as well. Like there's still a lot of time, but for now, the way I communicate in this industry is already so much better. My confidence as a salesperson or just as a general person is so much higher because I understand conversations a lot better. And that's one thing I really love about this is that money, all those things aside, like just the way you can carry yourself and handle any conversation with people is so much better already. And it's like only 2 months in. So that really changed my life. And then just having another skill, bro. And we all know like sales is like the whole life is sales. Everything in life is sales. So being able to build this skill is really going to be so life changing. It's already been, but I know in the next year it's gonna be insane. If this is how
Yeah,
the first 2 months is going, yeah.
100%, bro. I'm fucking excited for it. With that said, um, what is one thing you didn't expect to learn or that you've learned? Well, yeah, that you've learned that you didn't expect you would coming into this over the past 2 months. Like not the sales skills. Something you've learned or something you've learned about yourself that you didn't think you would?
Definitely that uh, resilience, and work ethic, like just that hunger and that lion inside. I was not like I didn't believe fully in that because what I did previously didn't really acquire it at all. So just being able to know for myself that shit, okay, if I'm asked to step up, I can step up. Like that's really something that I've went deep to get, and I could get it out. And yeah, it's awesome to know that it is there.
100%, bro. That's something it's funny you bring that up. That's one thing I also learned about myself that this space taught me is like that true fucking resilience. What's the one term for not giving up? I've slipped my mind now, but also not giving up, like never
Yeah,
giving up, like just keep on going because it can sometimes be volatile. But you know, if you're
yeah, it's hard,
consistent,
eh?
yeah, if you're consistent over an extended period of time, it like evens out and it grows. But you're gonna have
Mm.
the dips and the stuff like that. 100%, bro. Sweet. Well, look, with that said, what type of person would you recommend to set a syndicate?
Um, Geez, bro, I honestly think it's a big like there's actually a big group of people that can fit into this. The big thing you just need is to want to do it. Like if you really just want to succeed and really want to like show to yourself that you can do this, and if you have promises to yourself and you are someone that keeps that to yourself, then you will make it. Like you will figure everything out. Everything is like there for you. I think even if you're someone that isn't confident or someone that speaks slow or whatever it is, like if you really want this, that's all you need is like that drive and that real hunger to make it work. Because you guys are there, the whole community is there to help you out. Like everyone is there to help you out, and you just have to apply yourself and yeah, also not outshine the master. Don't come in with the ego. Don't come in thinking you know everything because you don't. Like even like with my previous sales experience, bro, I needed to throw all of that out the door because it's total shit. Like car sales, insurance, all those shit. It's shit. It's not real sales. It's just like begging
Yeah.
people for money. So even like coming out of sales experience, just like stay in your place, stay in your lane, and learn. Just learn, learn, learn.
Yeah, I wish you could have said that to the people on the prior offer I used to work.
Yeah, dude,
But
like
then,
sales is sales, but this is way different. This is way
yeah,
different.
I would say the average level of a rep in the high ticket sales space is like 5x the average of like an insurance or car sales.
100%, bro.
It's a
100%.
very
Like,
this industry actually teaches you like sales, in my
yeah,
opinion.
that's the thing. It's like if you're done here, if you're a closer, like when you get to that stage, you really know how to convince someone or how to help someone convince themselves that they need shit that they never needed. That's the
Yeah.
crazy thing is like you do nothing. You just ask questions, and that guy is like, "Okay, yeah, you're right. I need this." Well, I never said you did. Are you serious? Like, do you really want it? And
Yeah.
that's the cool thing about this. Where, as like all my previous sales experience or like car sales and stuff, it's like you trying to convince someone that this is good. Like, really, I promise you, this is good. Like, please, please, please buy from me. It's not the same. It's
Yeah,
yeah,
that's not sales. 100%,
yeah,
bro. Sweet.
exactly.
Well, look, last two questions here. If someone's on the fence about joining Setter Syndicate, what would you tell them?
Go for it. Go for it. Like there's nothing as great as investing into yourself. It's the highest leveraged investment you can make. For the investment size, like if you put that in the S&P, it's gonna take you fucking, 40 years to get anything out of it. But if you invest here in yourself, you're gonna learn a skill that's gonna, bro, it's gonna increase your income by so many folds. It's insane. So
Yeah.
just go for it. Worst case scenario, you in 1 year don't do it anymore, but then you've still learned a skill that's so valuable in life. So yeah,
100%. Sick, bro. Well, awesome. Lastly, with that said, then what does the future of Ruan look like?
yeah, bro. So definitely keeping the trading going. Next year, going even harder in the setting, so I can become a closer, do closing for about a year, and then by that time, most probably be a fucking insane trader with the closing skills, and then creating my own trading offer that might be one of the best in the industry, hopefully. So that's the big plan now.
That's unbelievable, bro. And can I tell you something? The trading offers are, from my experience, the network I have and the sales managers I know, those are the, you know, out of the industries in this space, the biggest, if not like the top three biggest ones. I know
Yeah,
multiple offers doing millions of dollars a month in the trading
yeah,
niche.
it's
So,
insane, bro.
so there's tons
Yeah,
of
I'm
scope to
following.
grow.
Yeah, I'm following this guy Hank, and he builds trading offers. And bro, he scales. This one guy makes his 6,000 followers on Instagram. He scaled his offer to $75,000 in 1 month. It's insane. So,
Yeah.
but there's all space. Like for anyone listening and not knowing the space, there's a shit ton of liquidity here. It's
Yeah.
insane. Like if you start seeing the numbers these guys pull in, like 21-year-old guys making 1 million a month on their offers, it's mind blowing.
Yeah. It's motivational. It's fucking
Yeah, it
motivational.
is, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fucking
we're
motivational.
playing with pennies here, dude. Like you thinking your $5,000 is a lot. It's pennies. It's
Yeah.
That's what they pay on one ad, bro. It's it's crazy.
Yeah. 100%, bro. Sick. Well, look, I'm super excited to see it. I'm super happy to be a part of the journey. I know all of that's going to come to fruition in the coming months, not even years, maybe in the coming months, I would say, knowing how quick things can move. With that said, bro, do you have any last comments or any last things you want to say?
Yeah, dude, honestly, just thank you. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you for guidance, and just always showing up, being there for us as a crew, and also keeping people accountable and me accountable as well. Also not like being soft on us. That's really important. That's something most people aren't used to. And I think it's really important to be hard and straightforward. Like if you fuck up, you fuck up. If you aren't putting in effort, you're not putting in effort. And that's really something I've picked up on what you do, and I really do appreciate it because it makes you show the mirror to yourself and say, okay, this guy, yeah, he's speaking truth. Let's
Yes.
put it in fifth gear and go even further and harder here.
Awesome, bro. I fucking appreciate that. Well, look, I really appreciate your time, bro. I really appreciate the kind words and taking the time to film this. I think the people who have watched this would have got a lot of insight into the perspective of someone who was already with a really great skill set, just a lot of free time, how to grow, how to, build even more skill sets and how to leverage that in the future. I think the traders watching this will resonate with this a lot. So I really fucking appreciate it. I'm super excited to see how things continue going with you. I know it's only the beginning. 2 months is, when you think about a degree is, 48 months, how quickly you've progressed in 2 months, 24th of that time
Exactly,
period.
dude.
It's quite scary to think about. So yeah, I'm super excited to see the future where things go. If you don't mind, I'll drop your Instagram handle in the description of this video. If anyone wants to, they can drop you a message to ask you something personally. Don't go reaching out to Ruan asking him for jobs or stuff like that. If you want to ask him something personal, if you want to ask him something personal, go ahead. Otherwise, if you want to learn more about setting, obviously message me, message my Instagram. Other than that, if you're watching this, have a great day further. And I look forward to hopefully helping you guys out and replicating a similar story to Run one day. Cheers.